Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. It's WIP It Wednesday for Wednesday, January 8th, 2020. So if you want to see what I've been working on this week, please stay tuned. I can't believe that we're already on the 8th day in a new year. It's been a great week for me in the craft room, so I just want to share quickly some of the projects that I've been working on. The first thing that I was working on is repairing. This is my son's quilt, and I repaired it. And if you saw my last video about repairing a rail fence, this is the quilt. I ended up having to do some seam repairs on it, and then I put a couple of patches on it. I will insert a picture of this quilt all out right here in the video, and I will link the video where I showed how I repaired this quilt and designed it and all that in the iCards and in the description box of this video. It wasn't hard to repair. I put it off for a little while, but once I got started on it, it didn't take very long to repair. And this quilt is probably about 12 years old, or almost 12 years old. I think I made it in 2008. I'm still considering putting a label on it, but I have not yet. You saw the video, I'm sure, I hope, where I cleaned out my craft room, and so I was able to get some work done. I was more motivated to do some quilting. One thing that I did was I worked on a crumb block. This is my first crumb block for 2020. I didn't spend a lot of time working on crumbs, so I'm glad that I was able to get at least one block made. I normally make my crumb blocks at 10 inches, and so this is a 10-inch square, but I don't have any plans for it right now other than just to make it and use up the crumbs that I have. I was able to work on some string blocks. I have some, I'll just scroll through as we talk about them. These blocks are on a paper foundation. They are leftover 8.5-inch strips, and so I was just making string blocks with them. I have this one and this one. Here's another one. Most of these are dark, and then I did make one light, but then, well, nope, sorry, I made two lights. Here's the other one, and then a few more dark. This one, and these are 8.5-inch squares. Since they were cut from 8.5 by 11 paper, I just wanted to make a square out of that paper, so the squares are 8.5 by 8.5, which makes my blocks 8.5-inch square. And since I cleaned my craft room, I've found that I've been able to do some churning of my strings, and so we're getting some older pieces in these blocks, which is really neat. The last thing that I worked on was, I've never made one of these before, but somebody asked me about the possibility of making a memory bear with fabric that was left over. I think she said from her dad or her grandfather, something like that. And so I found a pattern on Etsy. Here's the pattern. It's called Make a Memory Bear, and it has a 9-piece pattern. I didn't print this in color, or it's not in good color, but it's a great little pattern. It comes with 9 pieces, and you can stitch it together. And here is my little bear that I've made. She's so cute. I think it's a girl because she's wearing little pink stuff. I've stuffed most of it. I have it almost done. The only thing that's left to be stuffed on her is the legs. And then if I want to add some accessories, like a little, maybe a little hair bow or a little bow tie. I don't know, like a piece of ribbon for a bow tie. I really don't know if that's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna work, but it is, it's almost done. I made her eyes with buttons, but you can see that her eyes are a little crooked. And but that's okay since it's my first one. I am gonna make another one, I think, before I show it to the person who asked about it. This one, this stripe fabric is upholstery fabric, and so to me it's not as stable. Like, it frays more on the ends than my quilting cottons would. So I think I'm going to try another one out of quilting cotton and see, just to make sure that I can actually make it before I'll put a link for this pattern in the description box. And there is a video. She made a video for how to make it, so that goes along with this. Sit up, sit up. To go along with the pattern. So it's really neat, and I'm really happy that I was able to put something like this together, because to me this is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I was able to make it, and I think I'm going to be able to make another one. So that's all I have to share this week. I hope that your new year has started off great. Please list in the comments some new things that you've been working on, maybe some new goals that you have for 2020, and how those are coming along for you. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!